brutal.
Okay, we are good to go.
All right, hey yo, let's go.
Hey, oh, let's go.
Forming in a straight line,
Nah.
going through a tight wine. Kids are losing their mind. Let's creep up.
Okay, let me put Facebook off. Okay, cool. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, got the booklet. Get to the Big 12 for later. So I did find something though that was very interesting, and it's a new company.
That is?
XXXY athletes.
What is that? What the fuck does that mean?
So it is a clothing company to protect women's sports.
Do they offer shit to men? Because I'll buy from them.
Yes, they do.
I will buy from them.
Yep. The woman is a former Olympic gymnast.
Okay, dope.
She
Is it
is
Simone
she.
Biles?
What?
Is it Simone Biles?
No. I
I
said the.
love Simone.
I said the 80s.
Oh, I wasn't listening. Motherfucker, I'm watching one of my wrestling matches. You really think I'm paying attention?
Um. She apparently, according to people, are she's a Nazi fascist that rhetoric's hate speech.
Okay, maybe I won't buy from her.
No, she's not because she says what is considered real women. That's the Nazi That's the Nazi hate speech.
Oh, you mean basic human biology?
Mm-hmm. You know, it makes as much sense as Sydney Sweeney selling jeans.
Whatever.
You hear about that?
I heard about it, but I just don't give a fuck enough about it to look it up.
Dude, all it is her saying that her genetics give her blonde hair, blue eyes, that she fits well in jeans.
Okay, how is that like incorrect information?
It's not.
Her her genetics did give her blonde hair and blue eyes, unless she's a bottle blonde.
No, it's Sydney Sweeney. She's not a bottle blonde. She is a ditz with big breasts, and she knows how to use it.
Good for her. She understands that sex sells.
Yep. I'm
Ah,
going to hold on. I'm actually going to post this in the group chat on Teams for you, so you can look at what it is. It's called XXXY Athletics.
jungle daddy.
What?
it,
All right, I just put it into.
it's a nickname for a buddy.
Okay, but also here's the thing. She also was the woman that made XXXY, the company, was the head sales leader for Levi.
Okay.
So she knows what
Yeah,
she's doing.
let me correct myself. It's not a nickname for a buddy. It's a pet name from his girlfriend, fiance, maybe. I don't know. I don't know their situation. It's not my motherfucking business. But she made the mistake of calling him during one of the road trips,
Oh,
and that's what he was saved as in her phone. I'm just like, oh, that's sticking. Like you don't need any more context than just the two words "jungle daddy." That's all you
oh,
need.
oh, yeah. And then top this off, the reason that she got all this hate to start was because she spoke up about the sexual assault of the gymnast.
Oh, the U.S. women's gymnastics team?
Yep, she spoke out about it, and boy, she got hate. That's where the hate started. Oh yeah, and she
Of
asked
course.
for schools to get open when COVID hit.
Well, of course, they're going to get mad about that. Fucking the IOC never wants to admit that shit. They want to make it out like all these athletes are like hypersexual, and I'm sure they are. Like the Olympic Village is like nothing but a fucking
You want to talk about
continuum
you want to talk
of
about
a fucking.
eugenics. You want to
And
talk about
that's
breeding the breeding the most talented race. Oh my God! Fucking the U.S. soccer team showed up with a
but like
suitcase full of condoms.
but like here's the thing. That's them making the choice to fuck another athlete, not getting fucking molested by their coach.
Exactly. Welcome to the pre-show.
Right. Let me just say that, and this is the Reinar coming out in me. Point that coach out to me, and I will 100% beat him the fuck up for you, U.S. gymnastics team.
He's in jail for the rest of his life.
I will pay someone a carton of cigarettes a week to fucking rape him.
Oh, trust me, he has been, because he was nailed as a sexual predator.
Oh no, he's not. Nope. No, he wasn't. Guaranteed. They don't put those guys in general population because those guys end up dead. They put all them motherfuckers together. He hasn't gotten touched. He's just learned how to fucking do it and get away with it next time. They had to start fucking separating the people that have crimes against fucking minors and shit. They had to separate them from general population because they were being murdered at what they called an astounding rate. But I just call that the rate of natural selection.
Yeah, but yeah, she was one of the first people that came. Well, she was one of the people that came out about that, and then she also did the whole thing with the mask mandates, letting schools open. You know that.
Well, I mean, looking back and now that the information's being released, and we realize that it was all fucking lies and bullshit, y'all owe some people some apologies, yo.
Oh, trust me. I even said this. I go, listen. And I remember I said it on this show because Chris had an argument with me about it. All I said was, is treat this how Japan treats illness, and you be fine. And you know how Japan treats illness? When you
just wear masks?
When you feel sick, you wear a mask. It's not a mandate. It's a hey.
Well, but that was a problem with COVID because you could be sick for like what was it, 7 to 10 days before symptoms actually showed up.
But what's funny is I even said it from the start, and I got shit from Chris until it actually came out to what it was, and when I said it was just like you did define what it is. Oh, it's a shortness of breath, fever, coughing, and it's a virus. I go, so it's a chest flu. Oh well, no, it's not.
I remember, it's a really bad cold. And how can I say that? Because I had that shit before it fucking existed.
So did I.
Whenever I got it, the hospital said that I had an unknown flu strain.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, boom, COVID.
Yeah, guess what? I said the exact same thing. I go, it's a really bad chest. It's influenza C. You treat it, and everyone's like, it's not the flu. I go, but if you treat it like the flu, granted this was 5 years ago, if you treated it like the flu, we would have been out of this in a year.
That's a good point. Thor, you weren't even alive then. You can't have an opinion. But you weren't alive.
But for people to turn around and say, and I'm not even talking about the people that said, oh, well, the mask mandate. No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the people that wanted to shut everything down. No, you treated it like the flu, we would have been done within a year.
Oh, absolutely. There wouldn't have been a mass shutdown. There wouldn't have been everything that came along with it.
And that's the problem. It's not the people that decided, oh, I don't give a shit, I'm not going to wear a mask. No, but if the people thought they were sick and treated it like the flu, we would have been out of this in a year.
Look, even the fucking attorney general admitted that we mishandled COVID And all we did was get rid of the COVID pandemic with what he called a pandemic of isolation and loneliness, because there was so much fear propaganda fucking pumped out there about COVID that whenever they said it was okay to start doing shit again, people were afraid to leave their house.
And the only thing that went up in price were cruises.
Yeah. But like, dude, tell me I'm wrong. Whenever everything opened up, did you see everything
Okay.
filling up with people that day or that the next day? No.
Okay, John. No, you're right though. Tell me I'm wrong.
Right. But like like they said, like, yeah, everything's open. You can all come back. The damage has been done. Fucking hundreds of fucking small businesses, thousands of small businesses were done. And like, people were afraid to go back out. Like,
You know how many restaurants did?
the government made them afraid to fucking leave.
You know how many not governments, restaurants split their staff into two different restaurants?
Yeah.
Like, oh, TGI Fridays, but now we have one that's strictly just apps. Where the fuck has that been? I want that to come back.
Let me just say this, okay? Because this all falls under the conspiracy theory category, which you know is my motherfucking bag.
Yes.
So let me bend your mind real quick, okay?
And before you say anything, hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the betting window where we dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports. This divides in the what the fuck part of wide world of sports. I'm F and Ronnie. That is the stunt cock Ryan. And introductions, go.
Okay, so I'm about to say something that might be controversial to some people.
And trigger warning. I need a sound bite that just is like a loaded gun. Trigger warning.
Let me just preface this by saying that I am in no way a Holocaust denier. That shit happened. It was real. Fucking 6 million fucking Jewish people were exterminated by a fucking sociopath with an undistended nut and a micro dick. Hitler's fucking medical records are online. Look that shit up. It's funny. He had fucked up junk. I'd be pissed at the world too. Okay. So what if World War II and World War I were a combined effort of the countries fighting them to erase the remnants of the Tartarian Empire?
I think people would ask you straight up, what is a Tartarian Empire?
So no, look, okay. This is only going to take a second. You know how you see the pictures of the buildings and like they're like, oh, so much of this building was dug up underneath the ground, blah blah blah. It's been buried for so many years.
The pyramids.
And what looks like not even the pyramids, like actual buildings. Like it'll look like a 1 or 2 story building, but it's actually 3 or 4 because of the quote mud flood. No verifiable proof. But apparently the Tartarian Empire made contact with us. The Tartarians are from beyond the ice wall. They set up an empire on the inner side of the ice wall. They were super technologically advanced, far more than we fucking are now. Kind of steampunky. It was really cool.
Right.
During World War I and World War II, during the sacks of cities and the bomb runs and all that, look at how many churches and museums and places of like, quote, cultural significance were hit that had what was considered Tartarian architecture.
Exactly.
Like, shut up. Yeah, you know I'm crazy. Are you going to ask the people at home for help now, Thor? No? Okay. Like, no, this is the real theory, and it kind of makes sense because, like, if you look up like the Great Mud Flood, you'll see pictures of buildings where it looks like 2-story above on a 2-story regular building, and then they've dug down and they found like 2 or 3 more fucking floors to it.
Right.
So like, there could have been a Great Mud Flood. Pieces of the Tartarian Empire were buried. What wasn't, they wanted to erase because why? History is told by the victors. You don't want anybody else's story interfering with yours.
Right.
And if you want us to talk more about conspiracies, make a donation to the show.
Yes. Yeah, that would definitely be fun.
Make a donation to the show. I'll give you guys a full fucking episode on whatever you want. Say it when you make your donation.
And everything's in the links down below.
That's right. Now, I see that my other East Coast homie, I'm gonna fuck you up, Thor. My other East Coast homie's on, so let's get to the shit we're here to do.
And hello, Christian.
Wow, that was quite the introduction. What did I do to deserve all that?
Oh, you just missed the entire freaking pre-show / opening of the show.
Which is literally pretty much all conspiracies, and that is my jam.
And how they're bitching and moaning. People are bitching and moaning because of Sydney Sweeney being hot.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
What?
Yeah.
Not touching that, or that Sydney Sweeney's hot?
I plead the fifth.
Of
Wait, hold on. Let me see this chick, because I've heard her name.
it's on. Look at the team chat.
Texted his ass. Why is this the same fucking ad that runs before all of my matches by these guys?
Look at the chat. Look at the team.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hello. God, I'd like to be the shirt that holds that all up.
Oh
man.
Yeah, it speaks in
Look at y'all.
Denzel.
Wait, I can get
hold on. Before I bring Denzel into this, look at my man's right there in the back. That's the hold on player. Look. And I nigga.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
For you guys, it's my companion of African American descent.
Or, as I like to say, oh God, my ooze. Stand by it. They will never admit it. They will never admit it, but I will stand by that.
Or wait, I'll never admit what.
No, me and Ryan will joke by that. I will stand by that they kind of slide that shit in there with the Usos because of how the terminology is, even though it's supposed to mean family.
Or I'll even do y'all one better.
Hi there, Noah.
My Noah.
My Noah. Oh shit,
Ronnie, I have a feeling Monday evening quarterback is gonna be crazy this year.
Oh, dude, week 1 when fucking if he starts for Eastern Michigan, oh, that's gonna be the freaking topic for everybody talking.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what we talking about tonight?
Oh well, we got some good, bad, and more. What the fuck? So for the quick hits, well, we'll dive into the big one real quick. Deion Sanders coming out that he had bladder cancer and he is now cancer-free.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, it's just funny to me because since he took the job at Colorado, I've seen mad people hate on him. Right? You know what? I'm gonna record this. I want people to really hear what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we'll talk more about. We'll also, like I said,
you was talking about Deion.
Yes, we're Deion Sanders being cancer-free and having his bladder reconstructed for the most part.
I mean, look, I know he's had quite a few health problems, but
lost his big toe, right?
I think he's lost 2 toes, if I'm not mistaken. What just gets me is people who I know personally who have hated on him, all trying to wish him well. Like, nah, don't do that. Stay on one side of the line. Don't pick and choose. You felt how you felt, and y'all know why they don't like him. Do I really need to?
I think there's two.
Into further detail about why they don't like him.
No, I think there's 2 different forms of how you can either like or hate Deion. You can hate the player, but respect the person, and the person's still the coach.
Listen, I'll say this: Deion Sanders is what I call football royalty. Like he's so well respected within the football community. I mean, I remember the days when he was an analyst at the NFL Network, and he had a segment: if you ball, you get the call, right? Um, and everyone just gravitates to him. You know, I think he was meant to be a coach, and I just see the father figure that he is to a lot of his players. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a dad himself, and
Yeah.
I mean, he loves to mentor young men. I think that's his calling. But nah, I'm extremely happy for him. I honestly I thought he was gonna have to step down. That's what I was anticipating. But when he said he was cancer free and how he just stared it in the face, I mean, how could you not be happy for a guy like that?
Now he's
You know, you
gonna
just
depend.
continue to
Now
wish him
he's gonna
well.
defend. Now he's gonna depend on depends. His exact words.
Yeah, yeah. You
But
just you just wish him well. That's it. That's all. You don't wish cancer on anybody.
No, no, you never do. I think. Well, like I said, we'll get into this when we start diving more into the Big 12 today. But I think Colorado without Shador or out Hunter are going to have a very hard time this year.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be an adjustment. You have to realize this happens every year to many college football teams. You know, there's always turnaround, but it's gonna be tough to replace Travis Hunter because he did it on both sides of the ball. And you know, Shador wasn't bad as well. This is why to usher in the new quarterback, they're gonna have to really become a ground and pound team, dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they got to open with Georgia Tech.
Can they turn games into street fights? Because I don't know if they're gonna have the firepower to get up and down the field in the track meet form.
The problem is they open up with Georgia Tech, and that's gonna be a nightmare. At least for the first game.
Right. Yeah. Um. Nah. I mean, look, Colorado climbed the ladder last year, but they just still have a couple of question marks. One, their running game. Two, their run defense, and their defense as a whole.
Yeah. Ryan, what is your thoughts on this?
our entrance was fucking awesome.
He's watching his match right now.
Hey, you guys want the link?
Put it in the group chat and put
in
it.
the group.
So speaking, yeah. So Ryan, what is your thoughts? What is your thoughts on this? Before
I don't have an opinion on this.
Okay.
I'm glad he beat it.
Yeah. I mean, no one knew that he had it. That was the big thing too.
That you know what that means to me? That just means to me that he has the right people around him that aren't gonna spill his personal information because you know I wouldn't want that around me.
You know what? It's weird because this may have been a big story, but when you think about it, Dion wasn't the biggest sander in the news during this whole issue.
Mm-hmm.
It was his kid. I mean, it was Shador
Yeah.
during all this, and I mean, even then, you had Travis Hunter hiding all that, so it was a good thing. All right, other quick hits. So when we went off the air, we actually got a thing from the AP, from the Associated Press, that was an executive order from good old Donald Trump, inking an executive order clarifying college athletes' employment status.
Wait, can he even do that?
Yes, he can because it
Ooh.
actually. So in his mind, in what he signed, is that it's pretty much the NIL deal, from what I can tell. It went to Supreme Court, went through everything else, but it looks like we're gonna get a salary cap for the most part. And I don't know when this is going to take effect. I think this is probably the best thing in the world. I mean, a lot of athletes have already come out and are very hard against the pay for play through schools.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest one is Shaq. Did you hear what Shaq said about the NIL deal?
No, what'd he say?
He absolutely hates it.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, what should happen is that if a player has an NIL deal, he should keep half of what he makes, and the other half goes to the rest of the players.
I'm okay.
You, was that the weed, or did you take a drink?
We're gonna go with the drink.
Okay. We're not going to go with the lettuce.
Okay, yeah, it was the lettuce.
But, I mean, listen, it's funny because Shaq is saying this about the NIL deal when we all know Shaq made his money in college.
Mm-hmm.
Because of...
I mean, look, I've been an advocate for these kids getting paid, because how many times over the years have we seen commercials for college sports and the network is promoting the lights out of these guys and the networks, and more than likely the university and the NCAA. They're seeing all this money, but the kid isn't.
No, the NIL deal is just what it says. Name, image, likeness.
And likeness.
I have been saying this from the start. If a kid wants to go shoot a commercial, if the kid wants to go get a part-time job after the season's over, if the kid wants to go sign autographs, let him. Because when you were under scholarship playing in any NCAA, you were classified as an amateur, which means you couldn't do anything for money. You couldn't even go get a part-time job if you wanted to after the season was over.
Mm-hmm.
Which is retarded. But I think if you want to go and get paid to do a commercial, if you want to go get paid to do autograph signings, yes, I think there should be a split then through the school, because the school is allowing you to go do this autograph, and it should be an 80-20 split where the school gets 20, you get 80.
Yeah.
Because it is still the college that's allowing you to go do it. Now, I think these players should also get money for anything that comes in under their name. So, like, if I go out and buy a Travis Hunter jersey, Travis Hunter should get some of that money. Like, if any of those, like Reggie Bush, you get a Reggie Bush USC jersey, Reggie Bush should get that money. That is where NIL comes through. That's what NIL should be. If someone wants to go do a TikTok dance and they want to get paid by TikTok, cool. That's all it is. That's how this started. I mean, Livy Dunn, that's how this started for Livy Dunn. And now it's kind of gotten out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't we figure that was what was going to happen, though? Like, this shit was going to get out of control?
It took the spotlight of what it was supposed to be, and it put it on the two biggest sports in college sports. Football and basketball. Because in reality, it was supposed to be... Because NIL is still the same thing for every other fucking sport at the school. So if the weightlifters want to go do something, if the golf team wants to go do something, NIL deal just holds to that. But they turned around and made the football and basketball schools pretty much minor leagues. And it's interesting to say the least. The fact that if this actually is legit and goes through, we're going to finally see a quote-unquote salary cap where schools are limited to a certain amount is the step in the right direction of what NIL should be.
Yeah, and look, y'all know I hate that guy, the one who signed the executive order, but I'm kind of with him on this.
Listen, you can love him, you can hate him, you can do whatever you want. You just, as long as you don't do anything illegal, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, still fuck him.
I mean, listen, people ended up getting fucking beer legs with getting alcohol fucking lips with him, so go figure.
Yeah.
Speaking of alcohol, let's go into the WNBA real quick.
All right, let's do that.
So there's two things going on with the WNBA that... Oh, how to... Do you want the funny story first, or do you want the updated story?
Give me the updated story.
Okay, Christian, you cool with that?
Yeah.
All right. We had a while back that a man was stalking Indiana Fever's guard, Caitlin Clark. He officially pleaded guilty last time we spoke, and they finally came down with his sentence. He has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for stalking and harassment. And it should be more because of what he has said to her on Twitter, in person, driving by her house, driving by the field house. He should have gotten more than 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think? Too little? I wouldn't say too much. Right amount or too little?
I mean, it depends on what everything was said.
I mean, it was enough that it got 1 felony count.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was 55, she's 23.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he didn't get enough. I think he should have gotten more. It shouldn't have been a misdemeanor and 1 felony. It should have been 2 felony counts. And, I mean, the fact that you're driving by her house 3 times a day, according to the documents, and stopping in front of her house, apparently. He had tickets behind the bench. He was sending threatening texts to her. And apparently this is not the first time this happened. This apparently is the second time someone else has been there. Because in December, apparently a 40-year-old man from Oregon pleaded guilty to stalking Paige Beckers. And was only given 3 years probation. And Paige is like 20 years old. And he was 40. When are people just going to learn?
People are fucking stupid.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
You know the saying, the longer you stay in school, the dumber you get.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Now the funny story. Yesterday, I believe it was the Atlanta game. Or no, it was the Valkyrie game. The Golden State Valkyrie. I don't even know who they played. Hold on, I want to find. They were playing the Atlanta Dream. They had to stop the game for 5 minutes to throw somebody out during the last minute of the game because a fan decided to throw an object onto the court. The object was a lime green dildo.
I think I saw that story.
And I mean, like, it flew right onto the freaking sideline into the, like, they were trying to get it to stick right side up with the suction cup on it.
No comment.
What's hilarious about this is the WNBA players, the Valkyrie players, were laughing their asses off.
And the guy was thrown out, right?
Yep, they found him and they chucked him.
Of course.
And apparently this was in Atlanta.
Oh, no comment.
No, yeah. Yeah. So this is on Twitter. Move over, Buffalo. Someone threw a lime green dildo on the court in Atlanta.
Lime green. Somebody from jail for Diddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Could be worse. Could have been just a shit ton of baby oil.
Oh, you had almost hung up.
Hey, listen, you got to go to Costco for that, right?
Oh.
Exactly. What'd you say?
You're upsetting the dog.
But, like, first off, how the fuck did they get it in through security?
What?
How the hell did they get the dildo in through security?
Wow, I came back at the right fucking time.
You know how they got it through security, bro.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. That's how they got it through. Would you classify this as the weirdest thing?
Yeah, I would one of.
I mean, the fucking Buffalo Bills did this too during a winter game, and they threw it onto the field.
It's a Dilsky.
It's
a Dilsky.
It's just why? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, here it is.
What are you? You're?
Oh no, dude! This is gonna be a viral clip. I shit you not. Fucking one shot and a kendo stick into like 4 pieces on a dude's head.
That's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, and I got a clear video of it right now. That shit was just used on me like 3 minutes ago. Oh my god!
But Christian, would you consider that the weirdest thing?
What, a fan throwing something like that onto the floor?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's some Buffalo level, but I mean, could you?
Yeah, it was a guy that did it?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to know what a grown man is doing with a dildo.
It was in his butt, Christian.
See, that's what I didn't want to say. Yeah, thank you. That's some Diddy shit right there.
It was in his butt. That's why it happened. That's how it got in there. That dude keistered it.
And did Christian leave? Yes, he did. Yeah, Christian bailed. Knew that was coming. Dude, like, that is a funny ass story, but it's like, what the fuck? And welcome back.
Did you run him off again?
No, He's back. I'm saying. He just said, he goes, "You motherfucker." So, all right. So, I guess we'll talk about the big topic of the day that happened yesterday. And that has to be the gunman from Vegas going into the Manhattan offices of the NFL. Well, trying to find the NFL, but taking the wrong elevator and gunning down 3 people, including himself. And one was a cop.
Oof. Baboo.
Now, it's tragic. Not saying that it's not. We found out a little bit more stories about this too, that apparently his casino supervisor sold him the rifle. So, right there's an issue. I'm sorry, I was wrong. He killed 4 people and then took his own life. But, okay, so I have a very big issue with this, and not for the reason people think. Yes, the biggest reason is on all our minds. He killed 4 people and then took the coward way out and killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And in the suicide note, it said he had CTE.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Wait, I'm getting to that. This is where the issue is. That he's been linked to concussions and other head trauma. Okay. CTE is a terrible fucking thing. We've known people like Chris Benoit that's had it. Hernandez, Junior Seau.
Dave Duerson.
I'll tell you right now, I guarantee you someone like Mick Foley's probably got CTE.
And I think Antonio Brown has it.
Yeah. For this guy to say he had CTE, he is 27 years old. I'm not going to say his name because he does not get the privilege of that. He decided to say because he played football in high school that he had CTE. You're 27 years old. You're talking about something that was 9 years ago at least. You would have, if you think you had CTE and had concussions 9 years ago, why the fuck was the coaches keeping you playing?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry, the math does not math here.
The math ain't mathin', fellers.
You're to have something like CTE, to the extent of what we've seen when it comes to football players / wrestlers having CTE, you're talking about, oh God, someone like Tua Tagovailoa probably will have it. If he doesn't stay safe. If he gets one, you're talking about less than something like 3 concussions where you can probably start forming, depending on how bad the concussion is. I'm sorry, if you have 1 or 2 concussions, which I've had, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have CTE.
Yeah, dude, I've rung my bells more time than I can count, and I don't have CTE.
But yet, and I'll bring up a name that is taboo in wrestling. Chris Benoit.
And before anybody brings up that sometimes I jumble my words, it's just because I speak fast and I might have mild retardation.
I mean, I have dyslexia and I don't give a shit. You're still listening.
One nation under dog. That's not right.
Okay, okay, officer, I'm not drunk. Sorry, said that wrong. I'm not drunk.
Yeah, you just like fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, to say that he claims that he had CTE and severe brain damage or brain disease.
I mean, brain damage. I'm.
And the brain damage. And the
Dude
brain
might
damage.
have brain damage. I mean, he did walk into the NFL league headquarters with a fucking
AR-15.
assault. So, like, he definitely has some sort of brain damage.
And then took the wrong elevator.
Fucking dipshit. It's because of his CTE.
First off, okay.
There's the angle. There's the angle. His CTE caused him to get on the wrong elevator, and it saved a bunch of people's lives.
Rye. I'm going to say something that no one else is talking about either.
What? Fuck that guy?
He worked in a casino. I wonder if he was a fucking dealer.
No. My bet is he... All right, here's my theory that my fucked up, probably autistic brain just put together.
Okay.
Guy works at a casino because he's a gambler. I bet you he's even there on his days off.
It is actually against company policy for anybody. Say if he's working at Caesars, it is against company policy and against the law to gamble where you work.
What? He's a gambler. He goes to a casino. Okay. Guarantee you, dude's a gambler. I guarantee you, he bet on a game and he lost a bunch of fucking money. The CTE fucking thing is to throw the police off their trail. Criminals aren't smart. You have to think like a fucking idiot. And if I was a fucking idiot, that's how. Guarantee you, CTE had nothing to do with it. Like, I guarantee you, he's like a gambler that had, like, he was either in deep to a fucking bookie or he fucking lost all of his money at a casino that he doesn't work at. Bet.
I'm just pulling this up right now because I'm trying to see if we find anything. Because apparently,
that is cool, I might be a psychic, and I would like to know more.
So apparently, his supervisor in Vegas sold him the gun for $1,400.
Wow,
Yeah, okay.
Up here?
What?
The guy that came up here?
Yeah.
He did what he did?
Yep.
Wow.
Uh, 27 Metro Police carried a Las Vegas Police Department concealed carry permit. Apparently, he had a concealed carry permit, and so he was a security guard. Gonna put money on that. I'm gonna say he was a security guard. If he had a concealed carry permit in a casino in Las Vegas, gonna say he was in a casino. He worked as probably a security guard in a casino. Either way, this is freaking crazy. This dude saying that he had CTE and give me a fucking break. I'm gonna send you guys the photo of him. Ryan, I will let you have your way with this one. Check the group chat. Check the group chat right now.
Let me ask you, what do you think? Any of my prediction is correct?
No, I think he works as a security guard because he had a concealed carry permit.
Doesn't matter. He's still be working.
That he's a gambler. He worked at a casino. That's a definite. The gambler. I mean, when you see the photo, you might.
All right, let's see what we got here. He's blazing. Christian, go right ahead.
Wait, what happened?
Go look at the group chat.
The dude's blazing. I can't say anything. Go right ahead.
Oh, this Stefan Diggs looking motherfucker.
And
I
proceed.
actually know someone that looked like him.
I'm saying he doesn't have CTE. I think he might have mild retardation, though.
He's definitely on the spectrum.
He's leaning a little bit off the line.
He walked into that casino and he's like, "Give me all your extra chromosomes."
Jesus.
The hair's too back, which makes his eyes a little wider.
I bet you that's what it is. His hair's braided too tight. It ain't relaxed any yet.
That's what's causing the brain damage.
Just making him look Blasian. He's just full on Asian. But this guy looks like maybe
Bruce Leroy right here.
Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, Vietnamese. Look at these.
Mute my mic. Fuck this.
Apparently surveillance footage. Oh, wow, that's even better. Apparently surveillance footage shows him getting out of his BMW. I don't know what to think about this. This dude just screams that there is issues. Maybe definitely not CTE. I will say that. Definitely not CTE. But it's a shame that the 4 people are gone, that he took the cowardly way out because he's blaming the NFL for his quote-unquote brain damage.
Brain damage.
Listen, I don't think the brain damage came from football or CTE. The brain damage came from the last chromosome that went away like the Twilight Zone. But I can finally read my books. But there was time.
There was finally time.
If you get that, then you fan of fucking Twilight Zone. Christian, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that episode?
Episode of what?
The Twilight Zone, where the guy had his Family Guy joke, but the guy was the last man on Earth, and
I never really got into the Twilight Zone, to be honest.
So it turned into a Family Guy joke where he had one brain cell left, and he's like, "I can finally read my books," and his glasses break. No, but there was time. That's this guy right here. It's the last chromosome in his head, but there was time.
It's a brain cell, not a chromosome.
I'm sticking with what I said.
Fucking jagaloon.
Listen, I know what I said, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
It's like someone throwing a lime green dildo on the floor. Just makes no sense. All right, let's see what other news. There's not a lot of news. I mean, everything's now training camp. Training camp is officially open. Everyone was worried about the Jets losing their quarterback when has got a dislocated toe. It's not a big toe. He can still cut. Who cares? It's training camp. I'd be more worried about Tua Tagovailoa getting fucking injured again.
In training camp.
In training camp, that's where I'd be more worried about the concussions. But, you know what? We can talk about this. It is preseason football, yes, but we officially have football tomorrow.
Really?
The NFL is back with its first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game, where the Detroit Lions are 2-point favorites. It's always going to be 2 points or less or more when it comes to the preseason because no team ever wants to have a game tied. So they're always going to either go for 2 or vice versa. Versus the LA Chargers. The over-under is 33. I'm going to say this right now. You are going to see none of the starters in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. This is the only preseason game like I watch the most of because we've been without the sport for so long. I mean, since when? February?
Yeah.
So, that's one thing right there. But I always say this is what brings this is what jumpstarts the sport all over again. It's Hall of Fame weekend. 4 guys are getting their flowers and they're gonna be enshrined in, as Chris Carter says, football heaven. It's a small class. This is the smallest class since 2005, if I'm not mistaken. So 20 years later, only 4 guys are getting. I think next year's class might be a little more stacked because we'll talk about that after this. But nah, I think it's both of these teams. To me, they're trending in different directions. Year 2 under Jim Harbaugh. Where do the Chargers go from here? Because I feel that their passing attack still has some question marks. I mean, I don't see Ladd McConkey doing what he did last year. And can Trey Harris adapt quickly? Because if he does, we're looking at a dark horse candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, he is exactly the type of weapon that Justin Herbert needs. And what does Justin do in year 2? Under Jim Harbaugh. And defensively, I think the Chargers are going to be great. Then you look at the Lions. I mean, they had their best season in franchise history. They win 15 games. They clinched the top seed in the NFC. And unfortunately, they run into a buzzsaw named the Washington Commanders. Jared Goff didn't have a great game. And unfortunately, I just think the injuries caught up to the Lions. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson and a lot of their defense was out last year. And to me, when the Lions are healthy and when they have it rolling, I think this is the most physical team in football. And it's not even close because they show you what it is, what they want to do. They want to run the football, but it's a new chapter of football for the Lions because I don't think people realize just how much of an impact there is when you lose not one, but 2 coordinators. Ben Johnson is the Bears head coach and Aaron Glenn is the head coach of the Jets. So I just want to see how these players adapt and how they buy into the new system and the new coordinator.
So I will say this. If you think the Chargers are going to have a respectable offensive year this year, their over-under for the total points scored is about 400 points. Which is like something, I want to say that's like, hold on, I will actually do the math real quick. Because it's like 30-something points a game. And personally, I think that's I don't think. So it's 398 divided by 17. 20. All right. So do they score as a team roughly 3 touchdowns and a field goal a game? Because it's 24 points a game is pretty much their over under. I think this team's going to focus heavy on the run. I can't get to that number. Personally. Christian?
All right, Ronnie, what were you saying? My bad.
What were you, on mute? Or did you walk away?
No, I had to run downstairs.
Oh, okay. If you're that big on the Chargers, their over-under for points scored is about 399.
Well, okay.
So which pretty much means if you add everything up, they have to average 24 points.
Yeah, but I think it all depends on which version of Justin Herbert do we get. If anything, I think these are two quarterbacks with the most to prove. Um, you
I
know, because all right, let's look at it like this. Let's look at the philosophy of the Chargers and what Jim Harbaugh likes to do. What's Jim Harbaugh's philosophy, Rodney?
run the damn ball.
He wants to run the football. And I remember saying this to you a couple of years ago.
Which
No, I remember saying to you that I kind of feel that the Chargers were similarly using Justin Herbert, kind of like how the Bills use Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Putting everything on his plate, remember?
Yep.
But I think when you simplify the game, things are easier. I mean, look at what happened with Josh Allen last year. They had a consistent running game. And, all Josh kind of had to do was just, look, I'll run when the opportunity presents itself, but I'm not going to be leading the team in rushing yards.
And that's where Amarian Hampton's going to come in.
Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris. But
Najee's hurt. Najee's hurt.
Of course he is. That's why the Steelers got rid of him.
Well, remember, he got hurt from 4th of July. He got into a firework accident.
That's right. Nah, but I just think, look.
And no, not a G. And Ryan, before you ask, not a JPP incident. He still has all his limbs.
Look, the way I'm viewing the Chargers is their passing attack. That's what I think is either going to make or break the Los Angeles Chargers this year.
Now now let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Amarian Hampton is probably going to be the workload for this offense and the running back.
Yeah,
position.
definitely. Because this is what Jim Harbaugh wants to do. I mean, Jim envisioned a two-headed monster like he had in Ann Arbor with Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. But like I said, to me, what's gonna break the Chargers, like everything is set in stone for them. They have a solid offensive line, and I know they just gave Rashawn Slater a ton of money, and I think he's the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history. Defensively, no, they don't have Joey Bosa anymore, but they decided to bring back Khalil Mack. They have some pieces. Derwin James, to me, is one of the best safeties in football. But it's the passing attack because I can admit, I was pretty high on Quentin Johnston when he was at TCU, but he struggled to become that guy in the NFL. Either you have that dog in you or you don't. Can Trey Harris from Ole Miss, like, again, if Justin Herbert and Trey Harris can get on the same page, watch out.
Yeah,
Like,
he's right now your third wideout or your second wideout because McConkey is questionable.
What, for tomorrow?
In general, he
Yeah,
ain't playing.
think about it.
McConkey
I
ain't
mean,
playing tomorrow. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but look at it like this too. The Chargers, they're gonna have to build their offense outside of Lad McConkey. And what I mean by that is, Lad's gonna see a lot more double teams, but see, they need that possession receiver. They need that guy that can go up and get the football. And Lad McConkey isn't that. To me, Lad is kind of cut from that. He kind of reminds me of Amendola a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a guy that's gonna go over the top. Just a guy who, works underneath and knows how to create the best mismatch possible.
I'll say this: if you want to bet right now that for the regular season, it's gonna be Amari Harris. He had his over/under for rushing yards is 875.
Who, for Omari and Hampton?
Yeah, Hampton. Sorry.
Yeah,
He's gonna clean that over. I think he'll get 1,000 rushing yards.
And if he does that, I think he's your front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Well, who's the favorite right now?
That's what I'm about to pull up. Genty.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
remember, he is 10 to Murray and Hampton is 10-1. That is a nice little long shot bet.
Yeah,
Bro,
and who's the favorite for defensive rookie of the year?
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, figure. And then who's the favorite for MVP?
Lamar.
Interesting.
I will give you one name that he's in a prove-it year. Hold on 1 minute. Oh, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself real quick, guys.
Oh, Ryan's muted, so what's going on? Every day, during the football season, obviously Monday evening quarterback, and then the prime on Monday nights and Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights back here with these knuckleheads on the betting window. Thursday, Snowman in the morning, my man Brian Snow. Friday, college football showdown, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just can't believe this is gonna be year 15 for me. Time flies really when you're having fun. But yeah, I know Ronnie and I were kind of talking about the Los Angeles Chargers, and I just think, could they make the playoffs? Yeah, it's possible, but only time will tell. It all depends on health.
That's
Hello,
it.
Ryan. Yeah, that's all. I mean, to me, Ryan, there's a log jam. I don't want to say it's a log jam in the AFC, because I think the two best teams in the AFC are Buffalo and Kansas City, and that's what I think it's going to come down to once again.
Really?
I do, because look, Kansas City ain't going nowhere no time soon. Mahomes is still in the prime of his career. I think Josh Allen is entering his prime now, or you could even say last year was his prime. Wins MVP. I listen. I don't trust Baltimore like that, because they get away from what works for them. This is a team that runs the football, and they shy away from that when it matters most, which is playoff time. And sometimes I just think they're going to get away from establishing Derrick Henry and giving him the ball. But yeah, Buffalo and Kansas City are by far the two best teams in the AFC.
All right. I mean, that's fair enough. That's
Yeah,
fair. So,
let
do
me
you,
hear it.
what's the latest news on Kansas City hopping state?
I don't know, honestly. I
'Cause
really don't.
last I heard, they were still doing it, even though they got approved for a new stadium.
Oh, so Arrowhead's gonna be gone?
Yeah, they're gonna get a new stadium, and so are the Royals. They're gonna get rid of
Yeah,
Kaufman.
I heard the Royals. Yeah, I heard the Royals need a new one.
All right, I'm back.
That was quick. That's what she said.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
All right. So, what were we getting at? The long shot. For that, if everyone plays well and they do everything right, I could see a guy like Baker Mayfield getting it. He's 40-1 right now.
Yeah. Baker had the best year of his career. I thought last year was the best that I've seen him look since he became a pro, because he just wasn't being used correctly in Cleveland. That's what it was. I know he moved around a lot. I know he played for the Rams. I know he played for Carolina. He gets to Tampa Bay, and you look at the the situation that he has to follow after. He is coming in after Tom Brady. Tom was pretty good, and Baker sustained the consistency, because I mean, then again, I know the division isn't necessarily the greatest. Like, Carolina's in a rebuild. The Saints are just awful. And you don't know what to expect from the Atlanta Falcons, but Baker's kept them afloat. He's a leader, and sometimes it just takes a coach to believe in you full time. And I don't think Baker has had that since his days at Oklahoma when he was in college. But nah, Baker just brings a swagger to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and as long as he's on the field, Tampa's gonna win that division. Just think they have to add a couple more pieces, and I was just saying the NFC, it's a little bit of a logjam to me. Whereas the AFC, did you hear anything I said about the
Yeah,
AFC?
I heard it.
Yeah, because look, me personally, I think Buffalo and Kansas City are still the two best teams in the AFC. You
Uh,
know,
yeah, no, you're right about that. There's
because I don't trust Baltimore
no.
and Houston. I don't think they're ready yet. Um, then you look at the NFC. There's more of a logjam, like what I was telling Ryan. It's Philly, it's Detroit, San Francisco when they're healthy, the Los Angeles Rams,
I'm gonna give.
Dallas with it.
Yeah,
Uh
no,
huh.
I fully agree with that. I'm gonna give you three hot takes right now. We'll go into this more when we get to the NFL, but it's almost like I said. By the time we get to that, it's gonna. We got 2 weeks until that. Kansas City will make a wild card this
Who's
year.
winning the division?
I will. I'm gonna tease that. You'll figure it out. Um, the Raiders will make the playoffs, and the Dallas Cowboys will make the playoffs.
I agree
And the
with
Dallas Cowboys will win 10 plus games.
yeah. If Dak is healthy,
Yep.
yeah, I agree with that. The other two, you're smoking donkey dick. So, um, you said, listen, the only team to me that can give Kansas City a problem in the AFC West is the Chargers.
Nope.
I need to
I
see it.
just
I
typed
need
in.
to see.
I
I
just
need to
typed
see a
in.
little bit more.
I just typed
Yeah,
in who's winning now.
I need to see a little bit more from Denver. They got to come out and prove that last year wasn't a fluke.
I think they're going to be the team that beats them. Spoiler: I think the Broncos are winning the division.
You want to put some money on that?
I'm already going to make a bet on it. I already made a bet on it.
No, I'm talking me and you.
Well, aren't we doing the fucking jersey thing this year between three of us?
Yeah, but I need to cash in on that because you sound just like my cousin. My cousin in 2022 said that Kansas City wouldn't win the division after the Chiefs
Here's the thing, and I'll
lost
say
Tyreek.
here's the thing, and this is you're right. I've seen people say this all the time. The reason I see this happening, and I'm not going to say any over unders or anything like that, but I don't think I think the problem is when Kansas City plays the West, plays their division, everybody plays them tough. We all agree with that. But at the same time, Kansas City is getting older, and I don't mean Mahomes. Mahomes is still in his prime. But
Yeah.
that line is getting older. Kels is getting older. And other than they got what, two wideouts? What do they have?
Actually,
And the running back.
think-
And the running back.
honestly, I think this is the best room of wide receivers that Mahomes has had in quite some time because Rasheed Rice is gonna be back, and I think they missed him. Last.
You say that. You say that, but what's the NFL gonna do?
Right, but
How long is he gonna be
Yeah,
suspended for?
let me finish.
Okay.
I think this is the best group of receivers that Mahomes has had because it's been a couple years since Mahomes has eclipsed 30 or more touchdown passes in a single season. I don't think he's done it since. Here, I'm looking real quick.
Yep.
I don't think he's done it. Let me see. There he is, Mahomes. Um, Let me see. Professional career statistics. So he threw 41 touchdown passes in 2022. That was the year he won his second MVP.
2018 was his career high, and that was 50.
He threw 50. Then the following year, he threw 26 to 5 interceptions. The year after that,
38, 37, 41.
6. Yeah, and then like the last 2 years, he hasn't eclipsed 30 touchdown passes. But I think he can do that this year because depending on what happens with Rashee Rice and how long he's going to be out, he's going to be a big help. You still have Xavier Worthy, and Hollywood Brown.
Here's my only issue. And I know Ryan's already going to say, fuck Kansas City. But the problem is that line.
Louder for the back.
Louder for everyone in the back. Fuck Mahomes? The billion-dollar man?
Yep. Fuck him.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing we got to talk about. Shit, we're really going to have to blaze through the Big 12 today. So we got to keep it simple and quick today because there's one other topic that we got to talk about that I completely forgot about, and I know Ryan's got something to speak on with it. But with back to Kansas City, I'm worried about the fucking line because if that line does not stay healthy, Mahomes on the run is great, but Mahomes on the run is also injury prone.
Yeah.
So if Mahomes can keep if they can keep a pocket on Mahomes, Mahomes will do great. He'll hit 30, no problem. But look at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That line crumbled under Mahomes, and Mahomes, look at both times Mahomes has lost the Super Bowl. Against Tampa and against Philly. It has been because they have zero blitz the living shit out of that line.
No, Philly didn't blitz at all.
Philly brought 4 and they got home.
Yeah. That's what made it more impressive to me over what Tampa Bay did.
Right, but I'm saying, though, is that line couldn't keep Mahomes upright and Mahomes was scrambling like his life depended on it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And finally, last topic, and then we will get to the Big 12. And it's again back to the WNBA. But it also has to do with the NBA. The WNBA has come out and said that they are projected to lose $40 million this upcoming season. And stockholders are pissed. Ryan, me and you have talked about this in the past. How do you expect, like, the WNBA is going to get covered? We know this. The NBA does not care about covering $40 million. They are doing better than they were the last 3 years, where it went from 70, 60 to $50 million previously. So they are still losing money, but they are gaining money. They are still trying to cut the deficit out. Ryan, go. How do you fix it?
Tell the men to take a fucking pay cut. You got a dude making $70 million a fucking year. That's enough to cover the loss of the WNBA and give him $30 million for fucking advertising.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm sorry. There is not a fucking basketball player alive worth that much money.
Go ahead, go.
We've had this discussion. Basketball is a game that anybody can get good at with fucking repetitiveness. It is 50-50 once the ball leaves your hand. It's fucking shot in the world, and you still got a 50-50 shot at making that bitch. There is not a single fucking player worth 70 fucking million.
Christian, what's your thoughts on this?
I really don't have any because I haven't really followed it or kept up with it.
I think it's interesting the fact that we're looking at the fact that like everyone is saying that, oh, support this, support that, support the WNBA. Like, we've talked about it. How many times have we said flat out the WNBA is hurting? The WNBA has been hemorrhaging money. What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of it? Oh, well, more people need to watch it. More people need to be doing one thing or the other. But yet, every year for the last 27, I think this is the 27th season, they have been losing money. Now, granted, the NBA is one of the like top grossing sports in the world,
Mm-hmm.
so they can cover it and it's not hurting. But you're expanding the teams. They're within the next 3 years, we're getting 3 new WNBA teams.
I saw that.
You're not, other than places like New York, Minnesota, and Vegas, where Vegas doesn't even have a team, in Indiana now because you have Caitlin Clark, you're getting empty stadiums. You're getting two-thirds empty stadiums. So what? This is how you're losing money. How do you get these seats filled? Like, I got it right now pulled up. The top player in NBA history as of right to second is Jason Tatum. And his average right now is $62.7 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not counting Shai Gilgeous's extension coming out, where he will, I think it said when they add his to that, it's going to...
Yeah, because he got paid.
So here's the thing. In 2030 and 2031, he will be getting paid $75.4 million in one season. He will estimate this year he is going to get 60.8, next year 65.6, 2029 to 2030 at his age 31 season 70.5 million. His age 32 season he will be getting $75.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's absolutely right, though. Like, he's getting $38 million this year. Like, this upcoming season, his year 27th season, he's going to get paid $38 million a year. Why can't you just stick with that and use the owners use that money to help fortify the WNBA and make it bigger? But then we all know the minute you do this, the NBA Players Association will bitch and moan.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how this all pans out.
Really is, yeah.
Because I agree with Ryan. There's no way in hell that an NBA player is worth that much. Like, look, my mom and I, we often have these conversations about these athletes making mad money, right? Um, like when Mahomes got his contract, I agreed with them giving him the money. I just didn't agree with the timing of it because they've been cap struck the last couple years,
But he's not even going to earn that money either. He's going to be. He can
because
opt
he's
out.
taking pay cuts.
Yeah, he's gonna. They're gonna rework that contract, and he's gonna opt out.
But he's not. He's gonna be. I don't see him playing anywhere else.
No. I'm saying they're gonna rework his contract to where they're not. He's not gonna be making that full contract. They're gonna rework that contract, and he's gonna make more.
Yeah, Yeah, for sure. Um, but I just look at some of these deals that a lot of these guys get. Like Mahomes has invigorated Kansas City Chiefs football because listen. All of us are around the same age. Yes, I'm still the youngest of you all, you old fucks.
Uh-huh.
Um, you think of the 2000s, like 2000, the early 2000s, the mid 2000s. The Chiefs were either a playoff team or they were a middle of the pack team because they were in the AFC at the time when Peyton Manning was in his prime and Tom Brady was in his prime, and
Trent Green getting concussion.
yeah, and then you might as well throw Roethlisberger and the Steelers in there too, and then even the Chargers
And
were
Flacco.
better. And then Baltimore. So Kansas City was very hit or miss. Then Mahomes gets there and then kind of just changes the trajectory of everything. They're a yearly contender, week in and year in, and they're a contender year in and year out. And that's because of Patrick Mahomes. And like I know it's different sports, but I look at the Yankees and Aaron Judge. Like, one, I knew Aaron wasn't leaving New York. Ronnie, you and I talked about that. Like, I knew Aaron wasn't leaving New York. And, everybody can say Shohei Ohtani is better. Okay, that's your opinion, but nobody means more to their team than Aaron Judge.
Like,
Because
the difference is when it comes to baseball, you're talking about an uncapped league.
yeah, but I mean, look, Aaron
unless you're
Judge,
Manfred trying to get a salary cap in there, and unless you're Bryce Harper with a baseball bat threatening him.
Yeah, because Aaron Judge deserved every penny of that contract, and I'll give you the perfect example. I was explaining this to my mom. Remember when he broke his toe?
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
In Shohei's house.
Yeah, the Yankees were maybe a game out of first place at that time. He's out for what, 2 months? And the wheels kind of come off. Yeah. The Yankees sucked. Then look at the Yankees last year. What happened? They were in the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that had to do with what you had around you. Garrett Cole being their number one.
The ace?
Nah, he number one was never an ace.
The ace. Got it. Continue.
No. Number one and an ace are completely different. Greg Maddux was an ace. Garrett Cole is a whiny bitch.
Motherfucker.
Tell me I'm wrong. I'm going to pull a John on this one. Tell me I'm wrong.
Motherfucker, continue.
Listen, it's not my fault your team right now is 3-3. In the 10th with a ghost runner.
Oh, we came back.
Listen, the fucking Phillies lost to the. Listen, the Phillies lost to the White Sox. I'm still. The Mets are still in first place.
What about the Blue? What about the Blue Jays?
I will find that right now. The Jays won.
Fuck.
8-9. But anyway, no, like these contracts are getting ridiculous. So I pulled up. I will give you an example of a time difference of a guy that got paid ridiculous amounts of money for one season when it comes to basketball. And that's Michael Jordan. So, would you like to know what his Ryan, I want to ask you this too. Take a guess what his contract was in 95.
I have no idea, dude.
Either just spill it.
Okay, so his rookie contract was 7 years, $6 million. He was getting paid $900,000 a year. Signing bonus of $250,000. So he wasn't even making $1 million through 87. Fine. From 88 to 95, his peak, he was making 8 years, $25 million a year, $3 million a year was his annual salary. In 96, when he hit his prime, 1 year, $30 million. And the same with 97. Before he retired, his last year, he made the first retirement. He made $33.1 million. But you want to know why no one bitched? Is because, yes, the guys around him took a pay cut. But the guys around him also knew that they were in something special and they were going to win a fucking title probably. Jordan making $33 million a year, they earned that back within 2 games. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making close to $75 million at the end of his contract, when there are people that are not really going to NBA games like they used to. It's not an event anymore. Because of, oh, well, this player so-and-so is doing is load management. It's a crapshoot when you go to games. Now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, LeBron has a hangnail. He's sitting out. Bitch, you're getting paid $52 million a season.
Get the fuck up and play.
Fucking Jordan had the flu when he got out there. In a harder game than it was now.
Yeah, and then look at how Kobe Bryant will play. Like, after games, you saw how many ice packs he had on him?
I'm going to say one thing that any Laker or any NBA player nowadays will never be able to do, and that Kobe was the only one that I don't even know if MJ would have done this. Remember when Kobe tore his Achilles?
Yeah. And then he hit the 2 free throws?
And walked off the court.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Someone has a hangnail and they're carted off the court. Kobe tore his Achilles, shot 2 free throws on a torn Achilles, and then walked to the locker room. What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry. I will never say, oh, this guy's tough. Bullshit. Do what Kobe did and show me you're tough. The only other person that I could ever say that is that fucking tough is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, that tore both his quads and walked to a fucking limo from the ring.
He didn't walk. He was walking carry on.
No, he never. No, because Edge even said it in an interview. After he got out of the ring, he walked from the ring to his limo to get taken to a hospital. Nobody helped him. On 2 torn quads. I'm sorry. The fuck? That's kind of badass. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, Ryan, you're absolutely right. When it comes down to it, if one league is hurting, the other league should step up and try to figure out how to do it. How to propose the money where it's going even. If the women want to get paid like the men and they're trying to do that, maybe the NBA, the Players Association, needs to find a way where they could split that money with the women. But they'll never do it.
Nope.
And I'm not even talking about their contracts. Split the TV revenue. Split the money that the league is making, not the players. But it will never happen.
No.
And now the WNBA is in threats of a lockout if they don't get paid like the men. Well, nice knowing you. But all right, final thoughts on that, and then we'll knock out this the Big 12 conference.
Let's just do it.
Yep. All right. Short and sweet answers. All right, let's open up with Arizona. Big 12 is pretty much a crapshoot this year. Arizona is over-under is 40-1 to win the whole thing. They are 5.5 to win it. They open up with Hawaii, home against Weber State, and at where are you? Actually, no. This is a team that they only play 2 non-conference games. So Weber State and Hawaii are their non-conference games. Their over-under is 5.5. Yeah, no. Bear down Arizona is not happening. Give me the under. They will not go bowling. Right?
No.
Yeah, give me the under.
Yeah, bear down you to nothing. Speaking of a team that needs to not bear down, the Sun Devils. They are one of the co-favorites. They are 8.5 as their over-under. Their non-conference games are Northern Arizona at Mississippi State, and apparently they do have a third one. They are at Tech. They are home against Texas State. Their over/under is 8.5. Worry about no Scadaboo, but they bring back pretty much their entire defense and their entire line. I got them winning 9 games, going over.
Yeah, I can take that over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Over, all right. All right, next on the list, the Baylor Bears. They are 7-1 to win the whole thing. Their over/under is 7.5. They open up with Auburn at SMU, home against Stanford, and this team is going to do something very interesting. I think they win. I think they get close to 10 wins. I got them going over and getting at least 9. Right?
Just take the over.
Christian?
This is who?
Baylor.
God, they're so hit or miss. I'm gonna take the under, and I think this is it's a make or break year for Dave Aranda.
I mean, it's going to open up with the first game. They're home against Auburn. All right. The BYU Cougs. Their over/under is 6.5. They're 22-1 to win the whole thing. Their non-conference are Portland State, Stanford, and Eastern Carolina. This team, after they just lost their quarterback, because their quarterback decided to leave due to bylaws by BYU.
In other words, he got caught taking it up the ass with a banana in his mouth.
No, he got caught fucking a woman. Mormon. Remember that. And they would not let him do hit the transfer portal. So that means their backup quarterback is there, who is probably going to suck harder than that banana. They go under. They go under 4. They go under 6.5. They get 4 wins. Christian.
This is
The Cougs.
BYU.
Yep.
That could be getting fucked and not in the good way.
Remember, their quarterback is gone. Their quarterback is gone due to
I'll say slightly over.
Oh, they lost their quarterback. Remember that, due to premarital sex.
The quarterback's a fucking pimp.
Because, god damn it, Mormons.
That feller got excommunicated and off.
Yeah. All right, Cincinnati Bearcats. The Cincinnati Bearcats. Their over/under is 6.5. They're 30-1 to win the whole thing. Their non-conference games are Nebraska, Bowling Green, and Northwestern State. Cincinnati is going to be a fun team this year. Give me the under, but they still go bowling. They win 6 games.
I'm taking the under. They don't go bowling.
Yeah, I'm taking the under as well.
Do you got them going bowling?
Yeah, I can see it, but
So you got
6 games will get you.
6
You know,
games get you.
Get you a bowl.
I'll
bowl
say
game.
this: they open up with Nebraska in KC. I don't trust Nebraska at all this year.
Yeah.
All right, next the Buffaloes of Colorado.
Colorado.
Their over under is 5.5. They are 18-1 to win the whole thing. Brand new team for the most part. Again, they open up with Georgia Tech, Delaware, and Wyoming. I think they just clear the under. I think this team is a 5-win team. They're not going to go bowling because I think this quarterback's going to have a tough time adjusting to the Big 12.
I agree. I agree with you completely.
This has nothing to do with Sanders. This has everything to do with the talent around him, around the kid.
Mm-hmm. For Colorado?
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be an adjustment year for them. I'm gonna take the under.
I already have Ryan, who do you got? Because I got to say one thing before we move on to this.
I'm taking the under.
All right. There's already a bet in place for this game. The opening line for this game was Georgia Tech -4. I'm sorry. It should be -14. Georgia Tech is going to be an ugly team this year in a good way. And I think Colorado is going to be in the steamroll of Georgia Tech, where Georgia Tech is probably going to win, at least make the ACC title game. So, all right, next, the other Cougars of Houston. 6.5 is their over/under. They're 35-1 to win the whole thing. They have Stephen F. Austin, Rice, and Oregon State as their non-conference. Again, pretty much a brand new team coming through. This team, the Big 12 is such a crapshoot. I have them going under, but them going bowling. So I have them winning 6 games.
Under.
Okay, right? All right. All right, next, the Iowa State Cyclones. Their non-conference games are K-State. No, sorry. What am I talking about? South Dakota, the Cyhawk game against Iowa, and at Arkansas State, they open up in Ireland against K-State for in Dublin for Farmageddon. But they are 7.5 is their over/under, and they are 12-1 to win the whole thing. I mean, let's face it. The first game of the year pretty much defines what the Big 12 might be. And
this is who?
Iowa State.
I'm going to take the over. Matt Campbell just always seems to find a way to get the best out of his players. They play tough, and even if they're on the losing side of things, they're still a tough out.
I have them winning 9.
I'm going to take the over.
I have them winning 9 games. I have them winning 9 games. You have a returning running back after Scadaboo leaves. This is the reigning Iowa State. This is you don't have to worry about really anything. You have a returning running back that's fine. That's going to do good. I think the big game is against K-State to define this, and I think they win against K-State, and I have them going over, winning 9 games. Rye, what do you got?
I have whatever you say.
All right, next, the Rock Chalk Jayhawks of Kansas. Their over/under is 7.5. They are 16-1 to win the whole thing. Their non-conference games are Fresno, Wagner, and Mizzou. Their stadium is fixed. They are going to officially have home field advantage. I think that means a lot. I think they go over and they win 8 games.
Ain't nobody care. Look, I got to get one in.
No, I was gonna say you should have done that for the team that's burning last.
Oh,
I would have allowed that for the bounce house.
oh, shut up.
They're the dead last team this year. They're 55-1 to win the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
All right, Rye, what do you got? Over under
Under.
for Kansas?
Yeah, fuck Kansas.
Okay. And what are you gonna do, Christian?
I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna take the under.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
All right. The second favorite or the third favorite to win the whole thing, K-State, the Wildcats. Their over/under is 8.5. They're 6.5 to win the whole thing. Their games are North Dakota, Army, and they only have two. Arizona, UCF, Baylor, TCU, Kansas, Texas. Yeah, they only have two. Okay. Interesting. They only have two non-conference games. They're even though I love their quarterback, Avery Johnson is going to have a hard time this year. I have them going under and winning 8 games.
Under.
All right. Next. All right, Pistols up. OK State. The mullet's gone for another year, and so is this Cowboys team. 5.5 is their over/under. They are 55-1 to win the whole thing.
Ain't nobody care.
This is sad because their non-conference games are Tennessee Martin at Oregon and home against Tulsa. Gundy is on the hot seat.
He's been on the hot seat for a few years now.
But if they don't go bowling, I'm not even counting winning the conference because it's a hard conference this year. If they don't go bowling, Gundy might be looking for another job, and that's sad to say because he's been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
I can see this team getting 6 wins, but at the same time, and didn't they win like the conference 3 years ago?
I think so.
Or did they lose?
No,
they lost to Baylor. They lost to
2 years
Baylor
ago.
2 years ago.
No, they won it. No, they got to the conference title game. They fell short to Texas.
Texas. Okay. Yeah, that's right. It was that goal line rush on the 1 yard line. But like that's the thing. Like you're telling me that they can't go bowling. I would love to see this, but this is going to be a tough year. I'm going to go under in 5, and I think they try and Gundy fights for his job one more year. Right?
You lost me.
Okay, State over under 5.5.
No idea.
All right,
just say it, Ryan. You got my permission.
I don't give a damn.
All right.
Nobody care.
All right, TCU Horned Frogs open up the season against North Carolina, Aberdeen Christian, and SMU. Their over/under is 6.5. They are 8-1 to win the whole thing. I don't really know who the fuck is on TCU. They won 9 games last year. That ain't happening this year. The fact that they won 9 games last year and they're over 6.5. I got them going under and going bowling. Give me 6 wins.
Yeah, I think they're gonna struggle. I can't wait to see what they do that first game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We're almost done. All right, the Red Raiders, of Texas Tech. They're over under. They are the favorites to win the Big 12 at 4.5, 4 plus 425. 8.5 is their over under. Their non-conference games are Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. Great, that's 3 wins right there for them. Because God forbid they need to play a harder schedule. But here's the problem. Texas Tech has practically nobody coming back. This team goes under and wins 7 games.
I'll say under.
Ryan, I'm just going to give you under because this is where Patrick Mahomes went to college.
Oh, definitely the under. Fuck that.
All right. It's time for UCF. Their over-under is 4.5. Jacksonville State, North Carolina A&M, and North Carolina. The bounce house is flat. They win 3 games this year under. Christian, you can say it.
Ain't nobody care.
Yep. Ryan?
Don't nobody care.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement there. All right, last 2 teams. The Utes of Utah. They are 8.5 to 1 to win the 8.5 is their over-under. They're 475 to win the title. Their non-conference games are at UCLA, home against Cal Poly, and at Wyoming. That's an interesting one. New quarterback. This team, I have them winning 9 games. Give me the over.
Yeah, over's fine.
Yeah, I'm taking the over as well. I think Kyle Whittingham is one of the more underrated coaches in college football. He's gonna get his men ready to play.
And the fact that we have a logjam right now at the top of the list, I have 4 teams with 9 wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting. And finally, Country Road, don't crash right now because the Mountaineers are 5.5 is their over under 40 to 1 to win the whole thing. Robert Morris at Ohio and home against Pitt.
And Rich Rodriguez is back, right?
Yep, Rich Rod is officially back as the head coach.
Yeah, I'm taking the under. Ain't nobody care.
It's just nice to see the backyard brawl back again. Problem is you're going to hit a buzzsaw in the fucking Big 12. Yeah, give me the under. I got them winning 5 games.
Did you do Arizona State yet?
Yeah.
What did I say for that one?
Over.
Okay. All right.
Rye?
I said under.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. All right. And that is it for the picks. But my pick for the Big 12 to win it all, the title game will be Baylor versus Iowa State. And my long shot will be, what is it? Actually, it would be Iowa State because they're 12 to 1. I think Baylor wins the whole thing, but I like Iowa State to get there. Christian, what do you think?
I have an Arizona State versus Utah Big 12 title game. I'm not gonna throw the towel in on the Sun Devils. They're well coached under Kenny Dillingham, and Sam Levitt is coming back. I know Cam Scatterbo isn't gonna be there this year, but it's gonna take a collective effort. And Arizona State, now they're fun to watch. They can do it on both sides of the ball. They can ground and pound. They can use play action. They can take a shot over the top. And then Utah, I think Utah, they're gonna lean on their running game to help usher in that new quarterback for a while. And Utah's gonna play defense. Yeah, I think this will be a fun Big 12 title game.
Like I said, it opens up with Farmageddon in Dublin. That's going to be a freaking batshit crazy game. And those are the 4 that's funny. The 4 teams that we said are all the teams that are log jammed at 9 wins.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Are you going to write that for your winner, or you just want to give that out? Who do you think wins it?
I don't know.
Christian? Are you going to write something about that, or you want to say it?
I mean, I already predicted who I think will finish 1 and 2 in the Big 12. I'm gonna lean toward Utah.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible either. Like, Ryan, do you have any between, because you're in the same boat as us, Baylor, Iowa State, ASU, or Utah? Who do you think wins it?
No idea.
Okay. But those are our picks, and we got 2 more left, and then college football pretty much begins.
Yeah.
What is it? Then I think next week we sprinkle in, if I did the math right, we will be diving into the NFL for the East, and we will be diving into the Big Ten. So we'll have a shorter news show next week. More spread about our picks. That is pretty much it for right now for the show. I know, Ryan, do you want to talk about SummerSlam now, or do you want to do it another time?
Let's do it another time.
All right, we'll talk about it later in the week because SummerSlam officially lines up on Saturday. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Thank you for listening. If you are a fan of the show, please follow us on our social media networks under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at F and Ronnie.
At Daily Blitz _61.
It's Dumb STL.
And join us throughout the week on Twitch, where we will dive into video games throughout the week. I have now made more games onto the wheel of shit. So come and join and watch me suffer. Donate and watch me suffer. Because, God forbid, anything needs to fucking do that. Fucking play hard-ass games like The Lion King. Kill me. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you didn't like what you hear,
Go fuck yourself.
and remind people there's 3 things going on. 1, Bobby would need to be getting paid. 2, there is always a teachable moment. And 3, well, XXXY Athletics has always known what a woman is. And if you don't believe me, then shit, I'm sorry. That's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christian, you gonna say it the way you want to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gonna... Okay. Good night,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And the Yankees won, so yes, sir.